Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is just another casual vlog. Today I am doing some cleaning and organizing in my office slash closet slash like clothing storage room. Today I'm in the process of taking out basically anything that's in my wardrobe that I am not going to wear anytime soon because I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, but we are planning on moving. We're going to at least start the looking process soon. Start looking for new places, hopefully upgrade to a place with bigger space because we will have 2 little boys running around. And because of that, I have all these clothes sitting around me that I know I'm not going to wear. Like most of the things on this clothing rack fit me before I was pregnant or when I was early pregnant, and we will move before I have this baby. So if everything works as planned, our lease is up in February, so we'll move before I have this baby, meaning that like I won't even have a chance to wear all this stuff. So today I'm gonna go through my clothes and pack away. I've already started the process, but I wanna go through my clothes, pack away the things that I know I won't get a chance to wear before we move. I really wanna like cycle out a bunch of stuff, get stuff ready to donate, but also just like go ahead and start the packing process to pack things that I'll wear after baby. That is why I have this huge HelloFresh box behind me. This is not a sponsored video. We are not cooking today, but these boxes are ginormous, so they make great donation boxes. It already has clothes in it a little bit. Like, look, I have stuff even with the tags on it. Don't mind myself, Tanner. But I have stuff even with the tags on it that I'll be donating. And then I also like to save these super big TJ Maxx and Home Goods bags because those make great donation bags as well. So I'll be filling that up. There's just stuff everywhere, you guys. This is all clothing that I have set aside for a haul that I want to do. Those are all like for holiday gift guide videos. These are clothes that I've already set aside, like that these will all be donations going to a Salvation Army in the area. These are all clothes that I've already packed away that were my pre-pregnancy clothes. So this whole tub, as you can tell, it is a huge tub that is overflowing. But that whole tub is just clothes that I've already like weeded out of my closet that I'm packing away that were super cute things that I love, but just I won't be able to wear them anytime soon. So that's gonna go in the garage for now. I actually obviously need to get a second tub. Trying not to flash you in the mirror, but I have this whole tub right here and a beauty blender in the corner. This whole tub is full of my old maternity clothes from my first pregnancy. So I figured I would go through that, pull out some of the things there that I want to hold on to, set aside some things I want to donate. Now that I have some extra space in my closet, I can go ahead and hang the things up from that bin that like I know I'll be wearing throughout the rest of this pregnancy. And yeah, then I can donate the rest. I love donating clothing. I like Poshmark too. I've sold on Poshmark a little bit. I'll link my Poshmark in the description. I'll probably list like a couple things on there, but I actually find that when we're moving like this or I'm going through like a life change or something like that, I prefer to just donate it all because I end up holding on to a bunch of clothes hoping they'll sell on Poshmark, and then it takes like months and months to get rid of them. And usually if it's gonna sell, it sells right away, and if it doesn't, then I just need to like let it go and donate it. So I usually will get like multiple bins or bags like that, and then I schedule a Salvation Army pickup because they can come pick it up. The guys have actually been here so often that like I know the driver really well now because he's come to our place to pick things up so many times. I constantly have clothes cycling in and out, but then I also love donating like furniture and stuff like that. So my plan is to like get this space organized, get rid of a bunch of stuff, put out my maternity clothes, switch around my wardrobe, and then after the new year, after we're back from Texas for the holidays, schedule a Salvation Army pickup, and then they can pick up like all that stuff and then anything that we don't want to move with us too, like any furniture pieces or anything like that as well. I'm getting like hot from talking so much. But I also figured while I'm doing this, I'd pull this big old bin over, organize my clothes, go through some of them. We'll also go through this rack, and I'm gonna like pack away a bunch of stuff. But then I also thought I would just give you guys like an update, like a life update, chit chat, talk to you about what's been going on. I feel like I haven't been like as on YouTube as I would like to the last few weeks, and it's honestly just been like a month of bad luck for me. So I'm gonna walk you through what we've been up to. Don't mind all the clutter and mess behind me because this is real life. And like I said, we're getting organized today. So as I'm going through this bin, I'll talk to you about like some of my favorite maternity must-haves that are in this bin that I love. And then also just like pro tips for storing your clothes and stuff like that as well. So first thing I see on here are actually a bunch of bras. I would highly recommend saving your bras throughout like every stage of your pregnancy. I have bras saved from my first pregnancy, bras from postpartum, from nursing, all of that, because those are the things you don't want to invest in a lot again, right? Like bras are expensive, and I have gotten so many different kinds of bras over the last 2 years because your chest changes so much when you're pregnant. And I don't want to go and buy all that stuff all over again, and I don't need to invest in like super expensive, crazy, I don't know, crazy nice like lingerie when I'm pregnant, because I just need something that's going to support me and be comfortable. So I have a bunch of bras packed away from my first maternity, or from my first pregnancy. It's funny because one of them I actually pulled out and wore the other day, and it doesn't fit anymore. And I remember like swearing by those ones when my first pregnancy, but I think after breastfeeding for over a year and like the way your body changes so much, it's just not supportive enough. So I'm actually going to wash and donate that. But these ones are still in the bin, so I'll give those a wash and try them, but highly recommend saving your bras. Sorry if the light's changing a little bit too. I just have like the natural lighting of my window right now. I don't have a whole setup right now, so it'll probably change a little bit throughout this video. But I also have a bunch of these maternity, like Isabel maternity tanks and tees from Target. I talked about these in my maternity essentials video that I did the last time I was pregnant. I also am planning on doing a couple like maternity style videos this time around, because personally, I've been struggling to like dress cute with the bump. Like, I just feel like I'm in this weird phase of like trying to adjust to it and get comfortable, and like I've been like lacking inspiration and can't figure out cute outfits, and I've been hearing from you guys that you're feeling the same way too. So today, for whatever reason, I woke up like super inspired, and I am planning a whole like how to dress cute while pregnant, how to style the bump video, and I'll probably have like 1 or 2 of those come out while I'm pregnant too. So let me know any other like pregnancy style videos you'd like to see. Leave me requests, but that's what I'm thinking right now. But so these tanks and tees I mentioned in the one style video I did my first pregnancy, I'm obsessed with them. I actually need to double check and make sure they still have them now, but I stocked up my first time around, so I have them all in this bin, and I've already pulled some out and started wearing them this pregnancy. I just get them at Target. They're like $12, $14 or something, super affordable. The reason I love them though is because they're really long, like really stretchy tees. I don't know what is going on with my window right now, but they don't have the ruching on the side. Like, you'll look at the side and it just looks like a normal t-shirt, but it's actually really stretchy and it's really long, so it accommodates your bump, and they're like so soft. I've given them a million washes and they're totally fine. You can like dry them on gentle, machine wash, whatever. I have this gray tee. I actually have 2 gray ones in the exact same size, and then I have 2 black ones. I also have 2 white ones. And then I have like these tank versions as well, which are the exact same thing, but just in a tank. And I've got gray, burgundy, blue, green. I have like just about every color you can imagine. But I really like that they don't have that ruching on the side, because you can't tell that they're a maternity top, but they fit perfectly, and they fit me like almost. I remember wearing this green one. There's a picture of me when I was like 38 or 39 weeks pregnant with Christian, and it like just started to creep over my bump. So these are all size small, so I just bought them in my regular size. I'm sure if I would have sized up, they would have lasted me up to 40 weeks too, but these are just like one of my absolute favorite things. They're an absolute must-have for my pregnancy wardrobe. Sorry if I'm getting out of breath. And like I said, I don't mind the ruching. Like eventually you're gonna have to use the ruching if you're pregnant. Like, there's no avoiding it, but if I can prevent it, I prefer that, just because I like the smooth look as well. And then I can wear these postpartum too. Like this gray tee, I actually wore it like up until 4 months, I think, postpartum. I remember Christian was like 4 months old when I finally was like, okay, Olivia, this is looking a little baggy on me. But they're awesome and so comfy. I have to get my water because I am talking too much. I also have a bunch of these fitted, same line from Target, but these fitted like Isabel maternity fitted dresses. These ones do have the ruching on the side, but they're so comfortable. They're maternity like style staple for me. This is just a classic black tank dress. I actually haven't worn it this pregnancy, obviously, because I'm just pulling it out of this bin, but I wore this a ton my first pregnancy and I love it. It's so chic and so simple. You could really easily dress something like this up or down. If you guys saw my recent post on Instagram where I have like that leopard print one, that one is by the same brand. It's actually Ingrid and Isabel's line, but it's like their Target line, so it's much more affordable. Pro tip, if you are shopping Ingrid and Isabel, which I love their stuff, but if you're shopping their stuff, check Target's website and see if they have a version there that is much more affordable and easily accessible before you invest on Ingrid and Isabel. I honestly, like for example, there's this olive jumpsuit on Ingrid and Isabel that I want so bad. It's so cute. I actually saw one of you guys wearing it when I met you at the mall one day, and it is like so flattering, but actually maybe she had the Target version on, because then I saw Target has one by the Isabel maternity line that looks exactly the same. So, and much, much more affordable. So I need to get myself that Target version. But this is the first thing going back in my closet. I also have a ton of just like these striped, this is like a classic striped, don't mind the lights from my windows, but this is like a classic striped t-shirt dress. I remember wearing this when I was like super big and pregnant. This is from A Pea in the Pod. A Pea in the Pod was one of my favorite places to hit up. Them and Motherhood Maternity. I would go on their websites and get like basic t-shirt dresses like this all the time, and they're really good staples for pregnancy. Don't need shorts right now. I also have a ton of maternity jeans. I probably will donate some of these, maybe sell them, because I don't think I wore all of these, but I can't remember. Here's another like striped I really like stripes when I'm pregnant. I don't know why. I mean, I like stripes all the time anyways, but this is one from Motherhood that I remember wearing this on the pier with my sister the day before I went into labor. So this baby lasted me literally the entire way, and I will be rocking it again. This is a little more like springy, but still good to put out right now. Oh, and then that Isabel maternity line at Target, I feel like that's like the main brand I keep talking about, but they have a bunch of cute like long sleeve versions too. So this is a top I got from them the last time I was pregnant, so they probably won't have this exact same one. I need to even out these laces, but it's striped and then it has like the lace detailing in the front and long sleeved and super long to go over the bump. I remember wearing this a ton when I was pregnant, and then this year as part of my haul for the clothes I have back there, this year they have like the exact same top, but it's white and in red print it says Mama. So I picked that up this year and I love that. It's super cute. All right, so back to the life updates. I know this video has been super long already and I'm gonna bounce around, so that's why this is not like exactly a total style video, because I'm just talking to you about life and stuff too. Oh, they have a bunch of great like black leggings and black pants from that line at Target too. I have like 8 pairs of these because these are just so comfy and easy, and they actually have pockets in the back too, so they're more of like a skinny like stretchy legging pant. But these I think will be a little bit big on me. I put some on recently and they were a little bit big, so I'll probably put them in my dresser but may not be able to wear them right away. So my bad luck string started a few weeks ago. As you guys have probably heard me talk about before, if you follow me on Instagram or just if you followed me on here, I have basically been sick like the last 2 months straight, and not pregnancy sick, like cold and flu sick. Southern California has just gotten hit with like the worst cold and flu season, and if you live in the area, let me know. If you guys have gotten impacted by it, let me know. It has honestly been so brutal, and anybody I know has had the cold and flu like crazy this year, but especially those of us with little kids and little kids that go to daycare and school or preschool, it's just like, it's inevitable, and it is like not letting up. It's just been awful. So Christian's been in daycare since May, but Jordan and I were talking about it the other day because we're like, why are we so sick all the time? And it's not even daycare that's been making all of us sick. It's like once the school year hit, and all the kids went back to school, like Christian was already in school at that point because he went to daycare all summer long, but once the kids went back to school, and then it's like if you go to Target or you go out to the park or you interact with anybody ever, you're bound to pick things up from them. And so I swear, like, September hit and Christian was constantly bringing home stuff, and like if he wasn't sick, Jordan was sick. If Jordan wasn't sick, I was sick. And then it was like on a constant rotation. Like one of us was having the cold or flu all the time. But anyways, because my immune system is compromised and like so crappy when you're pregnant, I've just been holding on to these colds much longer than Christian and Jordan. I mean, they will typically get sick and then a few days later it will let up or it will get better. For me, I had like a straight up cold, like congestion, past pregnancy congestion, like actual cold congestion, like all the icky stuff, like sore throat, cough, all of it for about a month. And it's hard to get people, to get like doctors and people like that around here to listen to you when it's stuff like that, because I feel like when you're pregnant, they assume it's just like general congestion, like not that big a deal. But also, it's so common that like I've been hearing of people going to the doctor and the doctor's just like, oh yeah, it's an awful season. There's 5 different strains of this cold virus going around. All you can do is like wait it out and like take XYZ medicine. But the thing is, because I'm pregnant, I can't take most medicines. So it's just made it really hard to like get past it. And then after a few weeks of having this cold, this last week, it turned into a sinus infection. I woke up one day last week and like I had the most intense pressure in my face. I've never had a sinus infection either. So like part of me was like, this is the worst thing you could possibly feel. But it was like this whole side of my face hurt so bad. Like it felt like an elephant was like, I know I've mentioned that before, but like this time it was really bad. Like it just felt like the worst pressure. Both my ears were clogged. My teeth started hurting. Like my molars hurt. It hurt to eat. It hurt, like my appetite was gone because I felt like crap. So after 4 days of feeling like that, I was like blowing my nose and like green gunk was coming out, and I called my doctor and they were like, try a humidifier, try saline spray, try this or that, and nothing was helping. I tried a humidifier, saline spray, Tylenol for the headache, ice packs, heating pads on my face, teas, obviously like hot teas, hot water. I don't know, like anything, you name it, I tried it, it didn't work. And so after 4 days, I ended up going to urgent care and they gave me some medicine that's like pregnancy safe, but they gave me some medicine and that finally helped let the infection up. And over the last couple days, I've started to feel so much better. Like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But it really took me going to urgent care to get the like medical attention I needed. I even went to CVS to get medicine at some point and they turned me away and wouldn't give me anything because I'm pregnant. And so it just like, I wasn't looking for like hardcore drugs obviously, but I'm just looking for something to take care of the infection I knew that I had at the time. And it was so bad, like I couldn't give Christian any attention. I was laying on the couch like miserable and not able to participate in like dinner or bath time or anything with him. I couldn't sleep because the pain was waking me up in the night. And so I went like a whole week without barely sleeping, and I was like, this isn't good for my pregnancy or my mentality or anything like that. And like, I know everybody has their own beliefs on medicine and stuff like that, but at this point I needed like urgent care medical help. So I'm glad I'm feeling better now, and I'm hoping that this will like turn a corner for us health-wise. Switching gears and going back to style for a second, I pulled out these like nursing gowns that I have. These I saved from postpartum, my first pregnancy, and they're like a must for me postpartum, especially in the spring and summer since I am delivering in the spring both times. I get these at maternity or motherhood maternity, and they're great because they're just like little nursing friendly nightgowns. I especially like these ones that have the padding in the chest because you leak so much in the beginning, but they're so comfortable and they just help you feel like kind of cute and kind of put together. I mean, pretty cute and pretty put together, but like comfortable when you're sleeping, but you can still easily like access what you need if you're getting up in the night. And then if I have this on around like guests or people visiting, I don't feel bad too. So I will definitely hold on to these. I'll probably pack these away though until like later in my pregnancy, probably until our next place, because I'm not gonna wear them right now, but they will be good to have after I have this baby. I also love that they come with like little robes and stuff sometimes. I've talked about these little robe sets on my channel before, but those are awesome, just good to have. So then, let's see, about 3 weeks ago, when I was like in the midst of this cold, like I had been sick for maybe like a week or so, I stubbed my nail. And it's like such a little minor thing of bad luck, but like when you hurt your finger and lose a nail, it feels like the end of the world. I am somebody that like, I like getting my nails done. I like them to look nice and I like them to be a certain length. And for whatever reason, in my first trimester and like the first half of my second trimester, my nails got so crappy, like so thin and so depleted, and it was so weird because my first pregnancy, my nails got really thick and like really healthy and really long, and this pregnancy they're starting to get that way now, but it's taken them a long time to get that way. At first they just were like really thin. I get the dip too, I do SNS dip, so it makes them like as thick as acrylic basically, but even with the SNS, with the dip on it, they still would break. Like if I hit something, like if I went like that too hard, it would break. And I was walking through my garage door. I always joke that I must walk like a gorilla because sometimes I'm like flailing my hands and I don't realize it. And so I hit my hand on the doorway, and I'm not kidding, my nail broke like more than halfway down. Not just broke, like clear came off, like couldn't find that sucker in the garage, and my whole nail bed was showing. It was so painful. It was the morning of an event I had for work, so I had to wear this like ugly band-aid for a few days. I actually wore the band-aid for like a week because it just hurt to like have air and stuff on it, or water, obviously anything. So that just sucked. And it was one of those things that just like got to me. And let me know if you're the same way, because it just put me in the worst mood that day. Now it's fine. Like it grew almost all the way back. And then when I got my nails done this week, I actually had them add a tip to that nail because it was long enough to finally get a tip, and I just wanted them all the same length. So it's like, now we're fine. We're moving past it. We're moving on with our lives. But it was a hard pill to swallow in the moment. And like I said, I even went searching in my garage for the missing nail. Like, what was I gonna do? Show up at the nail salon with a stub of a nail and then the other half and ask them to glue it back? I don't know. But it was sad. It was sad. And it was part of my string of bad luck. I have a bunch of pants from a Pea in the Pod maternity in here. These are like a gray like velvety pants. I don't see myself wearing these. I just don't. So I think I'm gonna donate them. I would sell them on Poshmark, but I don't see you guys wearing them either. Here's a couple more dresses from that Isabel maternity line. Those classic long t-shirt dresses. I think actually both of these I'm gonna go ahead and donate. Maybe I'll try selling them for like 10 bucks, seeing if you guys, well, this one has like a lightweight stain on it. I wore this one a ton my first pregnancy. It's like this black and white stripe, but every time I look at it, I feel like it's like that old school like prison Halloween costume. I think the stripes are just like a little too chunky for me now, so probably avoid that one. And then this one is really cute. I like this one a lot. I also wore this one a ton my first pregnancy, but I just don't wear this much like color now. I tend to go for more neutrals, and I don't know, I'll probably keep this one actually because it's just good to have basics like that. But I'm looking at my closet now and it's like all neutrals. I don't know if I'll wear it. I don't know. I think I just need to say goodbye. I think I just need, someone else will get love out of this more than I will. I know it. Or will I wear it? This is what I struggle with, you guys. This is what makes it so hard. The color is really pretty. I'll hold on to it a little bit longer. See how I feel. I also have these like faux leather pants from a Pea in the Pod, I think they are. Yeah, these are from a Pea in the Pod. I wanted these so bad my first pregnancy, and it took me forever to pull the trigger on them because they are fairly expensive. They're so cute because they have leather on the front and then like a stretchy panel on the back, really comfy. But I waited so long to get them, I never actually got a chance to wear them my first pregnancy, so they still have the tags on them. And it says they're $88, but I'm pretty sure I used a coupon code. I don't think I spent that much on them, so I am excited to wear these this year. I'll probably bring them to Texas with us when we go for the holidays. So then the final straw in my bad luck string, actually the first chapter was the cold. The second chapter was the nail. This next part is the 3rd chapter, and then the 4th chapter was the sinus infection that like kind of circled back, took us all the way back to the beginning. The worst, I think the hardest part that has been to come back from my bad string of luck, and obviously these are like minor things. We're moving on. It's been like a month of bad luck and like me being not feeling my best, but like it's nothing like life-shattering. I realize that. So please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Like, we're healthy and we're happy and that's all that matters. But like these things just get to you and are not convenient, you know? So anyways, this next part was the worst part. I lost my entire wallet with all of my important cards and my ID and everything. And I also lost all of my keys because I keep them on one thing and I have no way of tracking them because I am not an organized person as I should, or not, at least not as organized as I should be. So some of you guys have seen before that I've talked about, okay, this light on my face is like super distracting, but some of you guys have seen before that I talked about my little like key holder that I get on Amazon. I love it. I swear by it. It's like a key holder wallet. It holds all your stuff in one place. I just keep my car key on it, and it's great for a mom because then you can just like grab your keys and your wallet in one thing and then you can go and you don't have to worry about having a purse or anything with you really. The bad part is that I never added a tile to it or any sort of tracking system or anything. So if you lose it, you're shit out of luck and your whole identity and access to your entire life essentially is in one place and you don't have any of it. So I lost mine and I have no freaking clue what happened. And every time I tell this story, everybody's like, where do you think it went? Like, what was the last place you remember it? And it's like literally what happened was that I took it, I went to pick up Christian at daycare. I know I had it with me when I went to pick up Christian at daycare because I was wearing this certain dress and I was trying to decide. I had my phone and I had my wallet / keys, and do I put them both in my pocket or do I carry them both? I carried them both into daycare, grabbed him, came back. Somehow we got home. So I must have had some car key in the car with me, whether it was my wallet and keys or whether it was like our spare key, which Jordan and I think might have been the case. We think I might have already had a spare key in the car and didn't realize it when I was driving. And maybe that's what happened, is that I had a spare key in the car already, which allowed me to get home, not realizing that I didn't have my wallet and keys. And they either were left at daycare, which I checked with the daycare people and they swear they never saw them, and like we searched the daycare, we couldn't find them. So they're either in the daycare, like in the abyss, in the black hole that is daycare, or they're here in the black hole that is our garage, and I set them down when I got Christian out of the car and they went missing after that. The real kicker is that we got home from daycare, I got Christian out of the car, at which point I may or may not have had them, but I most likely did have them with me. And then we saw Jordan walking up from work. So we met him and we walked from his car to our place. Literally 10 or 15 minutes later, we decided to go to the grocery store, and at that point I didn't have my keys and I couldn't find them. And I remember because we had to have Jordan take the spare key and like set up our car a little bit differently, whatever. So I lost them within like a 10 to 15 minute window of getting Christian from daycare and trying to go to the grocery store after work. I have no idea what happened, but they're gone. So what that means is that my ID and driver's license, gone. My debit card, gone. My company corporate Amex, gone. My Target Red card, gone. My insurance card, poof. My Ralph's Rewards card, which is like the least important but still bittersweet to lose. Actually not sweet at all, just bitter to lose. Also my car key, my house key, my mailbox key, my room to the room that we keep our mailbox in at our place. Like all of the things gone, and I have no way to prove my identity to anybody, and I haven't wanted to say anything because it's like I don't want to broadcast that this stuff is missing. But honestly, after we've searched so much, like we spent 3 full days looking through our place. We checked the daycare, we went driving up and down the streets, we called the fire station, we called Target, Ralph's, we like went all over. We checked Target multiple times actually. It's just gone. And I think what's gonna happen is that when we end up moving, I bet we find it under something in our garage. I think it's still here. My debit card was never used, thank God. I actually gave it a couple days because I was hoping that my card would show up and that if someone did try and use it, at least it would tell me if it was stolen or not. Because part of it that's so frustrating is just that I don't even know if it's actually out there or if it's just here somewhere. But we spent like 3 entire days, a whole Saturday, a whole Sunday, and then most of my Monday looking for it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So finally I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I have got to just replace this stuff. Like, it's time that I just start rebuilding it. So I canceled all my cards and I ordered new ones. I don't have access to get any of the new ones still because I don't have access to my mailbox still because the post office won't just give you a replacement key, which is safe, but they won't give you a replacement key because, you know, it's mailbox, so they have to send a locksmith out to change the locks. And it's been 2 weeks now since I ordered and paid for that, but the post office moves so slow that they haven't come out to change it yet. So I've caught the mailman once when he was delivering it and he was able to give me some stuff, but none of my new cards had come in at that point. But luckily a couple of them did get delivered to our door. So I replaced my debit card, I replaced my Amex, I ordered a new red card, I went to the DMV, and an hour and a half later, I got a new ID processed, although I haven't received it yet in the mail. So like even when I went to urgent care Friday, they almost didn't take me because I had no ID to prove myself. Like, thank God Jordan was with me at that point because they took Jordan's ID and I was able to like show my insurance card and that we have the same last name. Luckily I had a backup insurance card in my office, but if he wouldn't have been with me, they wouldn't have taken me because I didn't have any way to prove my identity at urgent care. So it's just been a whole mess. The car key alone is $450 to replace. The mailbox key was $50 to replace. My ID, after all of this is said and done, it's like a $550 or $600 mistake just to replace my wallet and keys. So it has been like extremely frustrating, and I have made a couple really dumb mistakes due to pregnancy. I think it's due to pregnancy brain this pregnancy, and that's one of them, because I would never have lost my keys that incredibly badly if I was not pregnant. Like, I just feel like I couldn't even remember at a certain point. I couldn't even remember where they were or what my day looked like. Like, we thought through it so much that I couldn't remember anything. So I don't know, needless to say, that was like the worst part because I'm still rebuilding and recovering a lot of what that looked like. But we're getting there, and like I said, we're all safe. I mean, thank God. Like, I would so much rather something like that happen than us like lose important documents, or obviously one of us get hurt or anything. Like, these things are all just like little annoyances and inconveniences, but like, we have our health and that's all that matters. But it was scary for a second there, just not, and still, like, when I think about it, it's scary that I don't know where, you know, somebody could potentially find this thing with my house key and my ID and address on it, and it's just scary to think about. So needless to say, I got a new set, a new wallet thing. I'm slowly, still waiting on the mailbox and my ID, but slowly rebuilding my cards and my keys. And I added a tile to the new one, so that is going to be in my gift guide for moms when I film that soon, because if I had a tile on the first one, it like wouldn't have been an issue. I could locate it, I could find it. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't have something like that, and honestly I'm kind of like in shock that as a busy, crazy mom and working mom that I didn't have something like that. It makes me very angry at myself, but it's okay. I have a tile on my new set. Jordan got one for his. Like, they're super cool and super affordable. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. So that is my string of bad luck that I've had over the last few weeks, but I have antibiotics for my infection. I am rebuilding my wallet and my keys. I have energy to sit here and talk to you and tell you the story and fill you in. But I wanted to, like, at first I wasn't gonna say anything because honestly the wallet and keys thing really sent me for a loop for a couple weeks. Like, that is just so frustrating and such a pain, especially if you're in California. You know, DMVs out here are awful. It's not a quick trip at all. It's like a thing. One, I didn't want to broadcast that all my stuff was missing, but two, I also just didn't want to sound like a nitpicky, like whiny, negative Nancy. I want to show real life on this channel, but I also don't want to just seem like I'm complaining when I know, you know, I'm very blessed in life. However, I felt the need to explain myself because it has impacted like my ability to film. It's impacted my want to film, my like there are so many days over the last few weeks that if I wasn't sick, I just was like not mentally and emotionally in a place to like sit down and have a conversation with a bunch of people. And just like, I feel like I've just been like struggling to keep it together the last few weeks, and I don't need to always have it together on these. Obviously, I don't feel like I have it together today at all, but I want to at least like, I don't want to get on here and just like bitch to you guys, I guess. So yeah, I just felt like I wanted to explain myself. I think that's why I've been like lacking inspiration a little bit. That's why I've been just like not feeling myself. But it's Thanksgiving week, and there's something about the holidays. Now I feel like I'm gonna cry because I'm pregnant and emotional, but there's something about the holidays that just like feels really good, and I'm feeling like this fresh start feeling. I'm starting to feel inspired. I'm starting to feel like excited, and I want to make videos, and I want to make like fun videos and not just like random little things that, you know, you guys don't want to see. So yeah, that is my long-winded explanation of how the last few weeks have gone, but I'm starting to feel better. Baby boy's still doing good. That's all that matters. And hey, look, our bin is empty. So you guys let me ramble, and now my whole bin is empty. So pretty cool, huh? So now I can pull up this big old box, and all these are old maternity clothes that will be going in the box, or like maternity slash could be maternity clothes. These are all going to be donated. So look at that, all these clothes ready to be donated. All right, and then so many of these clothes I can go ahead and either pack away, or I can donate or put back in my closet. So like this little number, for example, super cute, and I love this bodysuit, and I don't even know if I got a chance to wear this one before I got pregnant again, but it is not going to fit me anytime soon. As much as I would love to wear this over a bump, I think I will be saving this one for after baby, so I can just go ahead and pack that away for now. So now I'm using that exact same gray bin, and I'm just gonna put all these clothes right back in there. That way it can just go into our garage and be ready for our move. But I wish we could just buy in February, because that would be so much nicer than having to lease again, but I just don't think we'll be there yet. So we're going to keep saving. We're gonna lease for another year, most likely. We'll definitely stay in Orange County somewhere. I don't know if we'll stay in the exact same area or what, but we'll definitely stay in Orange County, and hopefully we find something soon. And then I'm really excited for that, because I'll have like all these decorating videos, and I can finally plan the nursery. I have started getting some stuff for the nursery. Most likely our boys will share a room. I just feel like that would be easiest since they're so close in age. I think that would be easiest to have like one changing station, one dresser with all their stuff, and then that would free up an extra bedroom in our new place for maybe a guest room or for whatever. So I got the crib. I know in my Bye Bye Baby video I talked about potentially going back and switching out the crib. I did end up going back and switching it out, so I'll put a picture here of the crib that we have for the new baby. We have a lot of life changes all at once, and we're prepping for the holidays, and when we come back into the new year, things are going to be like full speed ahead. So this is Thanksgiving week. I'm filming this on Monday, so 2 weeks from today, I fly to Texas for Katura's baby's delivery. She's having a C-section. His name is Ezra. I'm going to be able to be there. I'm going to be able to be in the room. I'm going to obviously film as much as I can. They did say that we can't film in the room, so I won't be able to film the C-section itself, but I'll film like us that day, and I'll put pictures in there. I'm technically their official photographer, because that's the only way they would let me in the room is if I'm the photographer. So I'm the photographer, so I can be in the room with her and her husband. And then I'll film like our whole experience and stuff. So I'll have like a labor vlog coming for that too. So in 2 weeks I go to Texas for that, and I'm there for almost a week. Then I come back here, and I'm here for like a week, I think. I think I'm in California again for 7 days before we leave to go back to Texas. We're packing up the car the same way we did last year, and we are driving to Texas with Christian and with both dogs and with me and Jordan. It will be interesting. Last year actually was not that bad. Christian was 7 months old at the time, and the drive wasn't that bad. We actually really appreciated, or I really appreciated, the family time, and at the end I like didn't want to go back to work in real life, and I didn't want the time to end because we don't get that much focused time together, and you know, we're forced to spend 21 hours straight in one spot, the three of us. This year we'll see if I'm as optimistic about it, because Christian's a 1.5 years now. He is super mobile. He gets anxious. He doesn't like long car rides anymore. I will also be 6 months pregnant at that point. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm staying optimistic for now. I think it will be good. I go to Texas for the delivery, come back here. A week later, we drive back to Texas. We're there for 2 weeks, all of us together. So we'll be able to help her with the new baby, and we'll be able to get time, all of us together. Then we come back here on the 2nd of January, I think, and then a month later, our lease is up. So a month later, we need to find a new place to live. It's just insane. So that's why we're starting the process now of looking, but it's so hard because our lease isn't up for 2 months, and so anything we find right now that we like probably won't be available in 2 months, or they probably won't want to hold it for that long, and we out in California, like paying double rent for that long is just, it's not doable. It's not a thing. So we're gonna have to figure out what that looks like, but when we come back, we're really going to ramp up like the house hunting process. We are looking to get an actual house. Right now we're in like a townhouse, and we want a house for ourselves with a yard and everything. So yeah, more to come there. It's going to be a crazy next couple months because, like I said, we come back January 2nd, a month later we move, and then 2 months later, baby boy is here. So like life is going to go by so fast. All right, I've got to stop rambling and get to these clothes. So these are what these clothing racks look like now that I've cleared out all of the things that I will not be wearing anytime soon. So you can see how much more room I have right here. Like, that's awesome. And now all those new maternity clothes I just pulled out, I can put in that spot right now. All right, guys, so I am wiped. I was going to fill out both of these racks, but I started to do it and I'm just starting to feel so tired. It is exhausting going through all this stuff, and I feel like I've been talking a lot. I did add like the tank tops and t-shirts and some of those things because I feel like having them hung up right there will make them super easily accessible, and I know I'll be wearing them all the time. But yeah, I think I'm going to sign off for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate you letting me just kind of ramble and like fill you in on what's been going on and how I've been feeling. Let me know any like pregnancy related style videos you guys would like to see, or just any other videos in general too. I will also have an update for Christian's 18-month update coming soon. I was going to film that today, but I'm tired now, so I'm gonna start editing this instead and get this out to you guys sooner. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.